Welcome, friends, to another episode of Mutt's American Mosaic, where stories, legends, and mysteries from across the land come together in a patchwork of wonder. I'm your host, the Celtic Mutt, part time storyteller, part seeker, and all ears for the tales that shape America's past and present. Today, we're digging deep, quite literally, into one of the most towering legends of North America. The giants that the giants, that's right. Towering legends of North America, the giants. The 19th century stories of enormous beings have loomed large in the American imagination. So grab your hiking boots and a sense of curiosity as we explore the mysteries and myths and the possible truth behind the giants of North America. Long before European settlers arrived, North American tribes told stories of giant beings who named the continent. The Chewickawa spoke of Nahulu, a race of pale-skinned giants. The Pawnee told tales of Sete Cha, red-haired giants said to have lived in Nevada's Lovelock Cave. Even the Iroquois and the Osage had legends of enormous people, sometimes benevolent, sometimes fearsome. What inspired these stories? Were they metaphors for powerful enemies or memories of encounters with something or someone truly extraordinary? The mound builders and mysterious bones. In the 1800s, as settlers expanded westward, they encountered thousands of ancient earthworks, mounds, some shaped like animals, others like pyramids, dotting the landscape from the Ohio River Valley to the Mississippi. When these mounds were excavated, reports began to surface of skeletons far larger than the average human, sometimes 7, 8, even 10 feet tall. Newspapers from the era, like the New York Times and local gazettes, published sensational stories of giants' bones unearthed in places like Serpent Mount, Ohio, and the mounds of West Virginia. Some accounts describe double rows of teeth, massive skulls, and artifacts of unusual size. The Smithsonian conspiracy theory. A recurring claim is that the Smithsonian Institute collected giant skeletons only to make them disappear. Critics argue that the Smithsonian suppressed evidence that didn't fit the accepted narrative of human history. Skeptics also encountered that most of these stories were exaggerated hoaxes or misidentified remains of tall but not giant individuals. The lack of verifiable specimens today fuels the mystery. But where are these bones now? Many were lost, destroyed, or dismissed by early archaeologists. Some say the Smithsonian Institute collected and quietly stored them away though there's little hard evidence supporting this claim. Skeptics and the search for truth. Modern archaeologists generally describe the mound builders to the ancestors of today's Native Americans, such as the Andini and the Hopewell cultures. Most experts believe the reports of giant skeletons were exaggerations, misidentifications, or outright hoaxes, fueled by the era's fascination with the mysterious, and the unknown. Still, the legend persists. Amateur researchers, alternative historians, and curious minds continue to search for evidence of giants climbing through old records, for evidence of giants. They also climb through photographs and the occasional unearthed bones. Why do these stories endure? Perhaps, just perhaps, it's the thrill of the unknown or the hope that there's more to history than what's written in textbooks. Or maybe, just maybe, the land itself remembers something we've forgotten. My closing thoughts. So were there really giants in North America? The evidence is exclusive, but the stories are undeniable. They've woven into the fabric of the land, echoing in the hills, the mounds, and the memories of those who came before. Today's episode dove deep into one of the most fascinating and controversial topics of North American folklore and archaeology: the alleged discovery of giant skeletons across North America. The legend of the giants. Native American traditions often speak of giant beings. The Powhatan people, the Pawnee people, tell of, like I said, Sete Cha, a race of red-haired giants said to have lived in Nevada. The Iroquois and other tribes also mention giant warriors who roamed the land before human beings. These legends often describe giants as both powerful and dangerous, sometimes even cannibalistic. Such stories set the stage for later claims of physical evidence, skeletal remains unearthed during America's westward expansion. Serpent Mount, Ohio excavations allegedly revealed oversized bones. Nevada's Lovelock Cave in 1911, miners discovered mummified remains, some said to be over 8 feet tall. Many of these reports were sensationalized, but they captured the public imagination. Anthropologists suggest that many giant skeletons were likely misidentified remains of people with conditions like giantism. Extraordinary newspapers meant to sell papers, bones of large animals mistaken for human beings or human remains. The tales verified human in modern history. Robert Wadlow stood at 8 feet 11 inches, providing extreme height is proving that extreme height is possible through race. Without physical evidence, the giant skeleton stories remain unverified. Giants symbolize mystery, power, and the unknown. They connect to mysteries worldwide, from the Nephilim in biblical texts to Norse frost giants. In America, they represent a hidden history, one that is challenges mainstream archaeologists and sparks the imagination. The tales of giants in North America blur the line between folklore and archaeology, whether they were real beings, misinterpretations, or myths passed down through the generations. They remain a fascinating part of America's cultural mosaic. This has been Mutt's American Mosaic. I'm the Celtic Mutt, and I'll leave you with this thought. Sometimes the stories we inherit are less about proving facts and more about preserving mysteries. Stay curious, stay questioning, and keep exploring the mosaic of America's past.